Hey, let me do a quick review of Space Adventures of Sandblaster Space Adventure by Ollie Jacobs, a 2013 ebook, a pretty short one. It is like 87 pages, which is it's basically a book that makes me appreciate Douglas Adams and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series much more. Krk Sndblstr is a Zaphod Beeblebrox type, immensely rich, apparently immensely stupid, but with dumb luck and a thirst for adventure, and really annoying, and not someone you care about. I think the genius of something like, for me at least, for me, my taste, of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was that Arthur Dent, the hapless human at the beginning of the book, at the center of those series, is a hapless human that you somewhat care about, and things happen to him and you care about it. And when he's confused, you're confused, or you're at least amused at his confusion. Um, Whereas this book, Krk Sndblstr goes after a MacGuffin and finds the MacGuffin, and some guys try to take the MacGuffin away from him, but he fights them off. And then there's just the MacGuffin, which turns out to be pretty hollow in itself, with a sidekick who is frustrated with him and wants to kill him and gives him multiple concussions, but stays with him because he also kind of likes adventure. It really has a sense of somebody who's written a book for the first time. There's often there's misuse of words, or there's just like the logic doesn't quite key up. I am in the middle of writing NaNoWriMo at the moment, and this is something that I would have produced, maybe. Maybe if I was lucky, this is something I would have produced as a pastiche of Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, not written with not written nearly as elegantly as those books are, in a P.G. Wodehouse kind of sentence structure sort of way. Not with really kind of interesting ideas. There's a smart alecky computer that is very annoying, which comes straight out of Douglas Adams. Krk Sndblstr himself seems to be a Zaphod Beeblebrox knockoff. It's somebody it reads like somebody who's like a fan who decided to write some kind of fan fiction of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And to be honest, it was 87 pages long as an ebook, and that was probably too long. There's a conceit that that the computer was telling the story of how Krk Sndblstr and his two-headed alien pal met, and basically brings them all the way up to the present, and that got annoying, and it was sort of used as sort of a meta thing, and there at some point they say like, well, that was an exciting adventure, and it's like, no, that wasn't an exciting adventure. You just highlighted how unexciting this adventure was. This is, and it's a first book. It's written by an indie author. Most likely I am just going to filming my little rant here. This is me acknowledging that, at the moment I am probably producing something as equally as disjointed and as poorly written as this for my own NaNoWriMo. But that, this isn't something I would ever recommend to anyone. It is definitely, it's a NaNoWriMo draft, I feel like, that didn't get polished enough and didn't have somebody suggest we need to actually care about one of these characters. It's all snark, no heart. Which, if it had been funnier, would be okay, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny, which is, I think, is the key thing with when it's a funny book. It's probably good to have some heart in there to kind of anchor it, to A, make you care, but B, to also be kind of like, well, if your jokes don't quite land, at least you like the characters. And I can say that for Douglas Adams too. Not all the time did his jokes land, but he had characters that you cared about in that series. And I hope Ollie Jacobs probably goes on and does other stuff. I know he's written this apparently as a series. I accept as a writing exercise for a beginning author. I can't see the point. But apparently he's written other books in other things that people have enjoyed. I looked one review on Goodreads said something about him like, well, I've liked other stuff of his, but I didn't. This series wasn't for me, and maybe that's the case. But yeah, as I said, I'm not gonna put this review out as a public thing. It's just more me ranting over some poor indie author's little e-novella, which I probably should not have read all the way through. All right, with that, more videos later.